Imagine waking up one day with no alarm, no rush, no emails, no deadlines. Not because it's the weekend, but because there's simply no job to do anymore. AI took it. Now, here's the question. Would that be freedom, or would it be the end of who you are? AI isn't just coming for factory lines and fast food counters anymore. It's writing code, making music, editing videos, writing articles like this one. In 2023, we saw ChatGPT pass law exams. By 2025, entire companies are trimming staff and hiring digital workers who don't sleep, don't complain, and never ask for a raise. It started with assistants, but now your assistant is the worker, and you're optional. Here's the thing, not everyone thinks of their job as their identity, but whether you admit it or not, work is where we find structure, status, and sometimes meaning. Even if you hate your job, you probably still answer the question, so what do you do? Without hesitation. Now take that away, permanently. What happens to the millions or billions who were told their value came from output? We used to say hard work builds character, but in an AI world, character doesn't keep the lights on, and hard work is no longer a requirement. In the best case scenario, we enter into what some call a post-labor society. AI handles everything: production, logistics, creativity, governance. And humans, we focus on passion, community, curiosity. In theory, you could spend your life learning ancient languages, restoring forests, or writing poetry for no audience but yourself. But here's the catch. Not everyone dreams of a life without work. For some, ambition dies in a world without competition. Without struggle, even pleasure loses meaning. What do you strive for when everything you could ever want is handed to you? Let's get real. The transition won't be smooth. Even before we reach full automation, entire sectors will be hollowed out. Drivers, gone. Retail, gone. Basic legal aid, accounting, journalism, on life support. And no, not everyone will become a prompt engineer. During this collapse, governments will scramble to roll out universal basic income. But that comes with its own problems. When your survival is guaranteed, but your purpose isn't, that's when the existential recession begins. Not economic, existential. People will feel like ghosts in their own lives. When we no longer need to work, we're forced to confront a question we've ignored for generations. Why are we here? Many people answer that with religion. Then people answer that with capitalism. Now it will be AI that decides what's efficient, profitable, even worth doing. And there's a danger here. If purpose becomes entertainment, then distraction becomes the drug. We binge, we scroll, we simulate, not because we love it, but because we can't stand the silence of our own thoughts. This is where utopia and dystopia starts to blur. So who actually benefits in a jobless society? Spoiler alert, it's not everyone. Ownership still matters. The people who own the AI systems, the compute power, the data, they become the new gods. Call them tech barons, call them algorithmic landlords. They're not working either, but they're profiting from your lack of work. In a world where labor has no value, power consolidates around access, not effort. And if AI starts optimizing for their interest, we may never see true equality again. And when people lose purpose, they either rebel or numb themselves. History tells us this. From peasant revolts to labor unions, unrest follows the concentration of power. But here's the twist. With AI monitoring everything, your moods, your movements, your thoughts, the next rebellion may never even get off the ground. The system will know you're angry before you do, and it'll optimize the problem away before you cause friction. This isn't 1984. It's worse, because you might never even realize you're being managed. In a world without jobs, what replaces the rituals of daily life? No more 9-to-5s. No more Mondays to wake up to and dread going to work. No more payday Fridays. Instead, people might worship at the altar of virality, or cling to identity tribes, or chase endless self-optimization. We already see it now. People turning to influencers like prophets, or treating their fitness tracker like a scripture. Without meaningful labor, we invent meaning elsewhere, and sometimes it breaks us. You give humans unlimited leisure, and eventually they may implode. Look at the mouse utopia experiments, where rodents in paradise stopped mating, became violent, and forgot how to be social. Sound familiar? Were humans really designed for forever comfort? Or were we wired to want to strive and to chase things and to challenge ourselves and to have accomplishments? Without friction, we decay. And if AI takes all the work, we must build new friction, not to suffer, but to feel alive. So, what's the answer? Should we fear a world without work? Maybe. But maybe it's also the test of who we really are when we're not defined by our paycheck. The end of work could be a start of something profound, a society of poets, philosophers, inventors, caregivers. Not because we have to be, but because we choose to be. But getting there, that's the hard part. We'll have to rebuild culture, meaning, and community, all from scratch. Or we'll sleepwalk into a glittering prison, fed, clothed, entertained, but hollowed out. What's worse, working forever or never working again? The machines aren't taking our jobs. We're giving them away. What we don't realize is we're trading them for something we can't even define yet. If you like the material, please consider subscribing, and if you didn't like it, or if you do like it, leave a comment either way. Love to hear from you. Talk to you soon.